After previewing the Camaro GT4R last month, Chevrolet has finally dropped photos of the upcoming factory-built race car. The Camaro GT4R is a fully race-ready customer race car built to global GT4 regulations. When it goes on sale, it will be eligible to compete in both the IMSA Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge GS class and in the Pirelli World Challenge GTS class. It will also be able to race in other series in the GT4 class around the globe. Based on the Camaro ZL11LE, the Camaro GT4R was developed by Pratt & Miller Engineering, the same racing group that builds Chevrolet's Le Mans C7 RS. The 6.4-liter supercharged V8 engine from the road-going Camaro ZL1 has been replaced by a race-spec dry-sump 6.2-liter LT1 V8 engine and mated to Instrac-sourced 6-speed sequential transmission with pneumatic paddle shifters. Furthermore, the Camaro GT4R features an adjustable traction control, Instrac limited slip racing differential, two-way adjustable Öhlins racing coilovers, 6-piston monoblock Brembo calipers in the front, an adjustable ABS system, and an aerodynamic package that features a heavily revised rear wing, front splitter, and front dive planes. This weekend, the GT4R will make its debut at the Pirelli World Challenge race in St. Petersburg, Florida, and will be campaigned by the Illinois-based Black Dog Speed Shop while being driven by Los Nationbach, a four-time Pirelli World Challenge champion, and Tony Gaples. Chevrolet also released that the Camaro GT4R's debut in the Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge will be in the Grand Sport class at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, this May. Chevrolet hasn't released pricing for the upcoming race car, but order books are apparently open to teams looking to swap their old Z/28 RS in for the new Camaro GT4R. It was only a couple of weeks ago when Chevy introduced the meanest Camaro of them all, the ZL1 fitted with the 1LE package, and now the Bodhi emblem has found a way to make it more intense. Meet the track-only GT4R, a thoroughbred race car ready to make its debut on a track at the Pirelli World Challenge this weekend in St. Petersburg, Florida. It will take part in the GTS class and it's also going to participate in the Grand Sport class of the Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge beginning with May at the Circuit of the Americas. The GT4 fighter had to go through several changes during its transition from a road-going model to a race car. The most obvious modification is the newly developed aerodynamic package to make sure the vehicle will remain glued to the road at all times while being pushed hard on a track. For the very same reason, the massive wing at the back is substantially bigger than that of the street-legal car. Power comes from a race-spec version of the naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8 engine from the Camaro SS hooked up to Instrac's 6-speed sequential gearbox. It also gets Instrac Racing limited slip differential, uprated Brembo brakes, and a set of Öhlins coilovers. As for the street-legal Camaro ZL1 equipped with the 1LE package, it's bound to go on sale later this year as a 2018 May. Pricing details have not been disclosed, but surely the new track toys will command a premium over the standard ZL1 version available for the 2017 May from $61,140 MSRP. Chevy says it will be well worth the extra money taking into account the 1LE fitted model will slash 3 seconds from the Camaro ZL1's time around the Milford Road course track. You can imagine the GT4 spec race car is even faster.
Debuting at the Geneva Motor Show, the Chevrolet Camaro track concept is a main, green Camaro SS1LE for Europe. Although just a concept, this special Camaro receives official Chevrolet performance parts that are offered in the US. Chevy says a selection of performance parts will be available in Europe in the near future. Under the hood is a 6.2-liter V8 engine delivering 453 horsepower. Mechanical upgrades include an FA4 suspension with magnetic dampers that has been lowered by 30 mm, an electronic limited slip differential, dual-mode performance exhaust, Brembo brakes, and additional coolers for the engine, transmission, and differential. Listed blinded by the brilliant green paint job, you'll notice the track concept features smoked rear taillamps and a more aggressive front splitter, side skirts, and rear diffuser. The model rests on 20-inch gloss black wheels wrapped with Goodyear Eagle F1 supercar tires, helping lateral acceleration to exceed 1 g. A black body emblem and 3-piece rear spoiler top it all off. Inside, the Camaro track concept boasts Recaro seats, a suede flat-bottomed steering wheel, suede knee pads and center console armrest, aluminum pedals, and performance floor mats. Chevrolet says the Camaro track concept is suitable both for everyday driving and tearing up the track. Alongside the concept, Chevrolet also showed off the Corvette Grand Sport, Corvette Z06, and Camaro V8 in Geneva.
Chevrolet has revealed the first photos of the new Camaro GT4R, which will make its competition debut in this weekend's Pirelli World Challenge season opener in St. Pete. The all-new SRO GT4 homologated Camaro marks GM's first global GT customer car, and will initially compete in both World Challenge and the IMSA Continental Tire Sports Car Challenge. This is an exciting time for Chevrolet racing with the first race for the new Camaro GT4R, said Mark Kent, Chevrolet Director of Motorsports Competition. It is another great example of how Chevrolet transfers technology between our racing programs and our performance production vehicles. The Camaro brand has a strong history on the track and the street, and the GT4R program will add to that pedigree. Black Dog Speed Shop will enter a pair of Camaro GT4RS for Lawson Aschenbach and Tony Gaples at St. Pete, with Stevenson Motorsports set to debut the car in Continental Tire Challenge competition at Circuit of the Americas in May. It is based on the new Camaro ZL11LE production car, which broke cover last month. The Camaro GT4R is a true racing customer car that Chevrolet is proud to support, said Sean Marr, Chevrolet's program manager for the Camaro GT4R. Together with our Chevrolet Racing organization and our partner teams, we look forward to developing this into one of top GT programs in global motorsports. February was a good month for the muscle car segment, climbing by more than 50% compared to January, but as has been the case in most months over the past 2 years, the Ford Mustang led the segment in sales. Since January 2015, the Mustang has led the muscle car segment in monthly sales 24 times in 26 months. So it doesn't come as much of a surprise that Ford once again sold the most two-door sporty cars in February, but it comes as a big surprise that the Dodge Challenger outsold the Chevrolet Camaro by a big margin. Mustang leads in February. In February 2017, Ford Motor Company sold 8,298 examples of the Mustang in the United States. That is a decline from the 9,993 Mustangs sold last February, but it is quite a bit higher than the 5,046 Mustangs sold in January 2017, so the sporty Ford is on the right track as we head into spring. Ultimately, the Ford Mustang is still down 24% compared to the first 2 months of 2016, but with the whole segment down compared to last year, the Mustang is still leading the way among the American muscle cars. The Challenger jumps into second. The big surprise for the February 2017 muscle car sales race is that the Dodge Challenger beat the Chevrolet Camaro to claim second spot, and the Big Mopper muscle beat the Chevy by a significant margin. FCA sold 6,107 Challengers in February, up 19% over last February, while Chevrolet sold only 4,658 Camaros. January 2017